Hey, we Moyo everywhere we go. I've been talking to you about recognizing our emotions, being more aware of our emotions and how that ties to taking advantage of opportunities around us. In the past couple of days, I've talked about how oftentimes we realize opportunity because we're able to be aware of the emotions that they cause in us. Sometimes we don't see opportunity or don't hear opportunity, but we can feel it. And I'm going to give you an example from my life. There are many times throughout the day when I see patients that certain emotions well up in me, and I've learned to not push them aside, which was generally what I tried to do for years, but to try to recognize those emotions and to react to them appropriately. There are times when people are talking to me, and sometimes people will ask me to pray for them, and I will. And that's an opportunity that they specifically asked me for. But there are times when people don't ask for prayer, but I'll be sitting in a room listening to them tell their story, and their story will be filled with pain or with fear or with grief, and I will feel a tightness in my chest, physically, just uncomfortable, just gnawing at me. And for years I used to say, well, I don't want to hear this. I just want to push that aside. But then I started to realize that emotion was possibly an emotion they were feeling as well. And they needed something from me. So when I start to realize that emotion, when I feel that emotion, every time I ask the patient, would you let me pray for you? And that's my reaction to it. That's my way of reinvesting back into them. And never once in all the years has anybody turned down a prayer for them. And when I pray for them, I feel that emotion of tightness released from me. And you can see it released in them. Oftentimes, it results in tears. Sometimes it results in the joy displayed by a hug. But you can just see the emotions change. You can feel the emotions change. But that opportunity would be lost if I didn't take the time to recognize that emotion, and over time to work through that and understand how best to react to that and reinvest. And that's what it's all about. Every emotion is different, and every person is different. Maybe your response, your reaction would be different. But the most important thing is that we recognize those emotions, because that allows us to recognize the opportunities. And then we can make the most of them. And Moyo everywhere we go.